It's been a long time coming. They ain't cuffing my clock, they tugging it. Putting up numbers, 99 problems, and I still kept it 100. Yeah, it's been a long time coming. They ain't cuffing my clock, they tugging it. Putting up numbers, 99 problems, and I still kept it 100. Yeah, who don't play, who play, who play, play, who don't play, who play, 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 who don't, yeah.
What's good, everybody out there? Thanks for tuning in to another episode of J D Tubi Reviews, where we talk about everything related to Tubi. I'm your host, D'Ron Alexander, with my co-host, Jerry Dinkins. Like I always say, man, basically, we just two niggas who went and bought some podcast equipment and decided to bring our everyday conversation to the internet to see if people either agreed or disagreed with our opinions about Tubi movies. We are not professionals. Please take that into consideration when leaving all your thoughts and opinions down in the comment section. Man, we just some niggas on the internet trying to have some fun. So with that being said, man, we have a special, very special episode of J D Tubi Reviews today because we are about to interview two of the hottest up-and-coming filmmakers in the independent film industry. If you've seen the movie Antwan, if you've seen the movie Hidden Lies, it's the hottest movie of the summer and it got the streets buzzing, then please give a warm welcome to the two guys that are behind the madness. Y'all give a warm welcome to D Free and Anthony Clark, the producers to Hidden Lies and Antwan. Let's go, man. What's going on, fellas?
What's happening, man? Yes, sir, man. Thank y'all for having us, man.
Yeah, appreciate it for sure.
Look, before we get started, man, I just really want to give glory to God, man. You know, He the head of both of our life. And, you know,
Facts.
Without Him, man, none of this wouldn't be possible, man. So at the end of the day, I'm glad that God is using us to be able to, you know, glorify Him. And I appreciate you, God. Keep on doing what you're doing. Hey. Yes, sir. Keep the blessings coming, man. We're going to keep letting you use us. Just keep them coming.
Exactly. No doubt. So check it out, right? There's two things I always tell guests on our platform, right? The first thing is, man, we ain't professionals, man. We just on the internet kicking and having fun, having a good time, man. We getting to know people.
Barbecue, man.
We at the barbecue, man. We at the barbershop, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what's up, man. That's what's up.
And two, I don't know how much this applies to y'all because I know me and Anthony Clark had a conversation, but this is a cognac-friendly platform, so please feel free to pull up and
yeah, look.
Hey, well, we got our water,
man.
All right.
He said we got the ready.
Like you said, we at the barbecue. We gonna have fun, man. So
man, we gonna have fun, man.
I drink water because I just had them kidney stones. So man,
Yeah, exactly.
Man, hey, listen to me. You bounce back though, man. So I definitely, I'm definitely glad you're back in good health,
brother.
Exactly.
Most definitely.
Congratulations.
Well, check it out. Since this is our first time on our platform, man, let's start at the beginning, man. We're gonna start with Anthony Clark, and we're gonna move over to my man D Free, man. Where y'all from, man, and where y'all grow up?
Oh man, so again, this your boy Anthony Clark. I'm from Atlanta, Zone 6, Kirkwood, Edgewood, man. Born and raised. I'm a Grady baby. So yeah, that's where I'm from, man. And
hey, man, I was born in Dayton, Ohio, man. Spent a lot of years in Detroit, Michigan. Oh, Dayton, okay. You know about Ohio.
Look, not meaning to cut you off, but like one of our closest friends, a guy named John, we was actually part owners of a hookah lounge in Dayton, Ohio called Indigo Ultra Lounge. So I go through Dayton quite often. So and I'm Ohio State Buckeye. So shouts out to you.
Hey, that's what I'm talking about. Hey, OH, man.
Come on now.
But yeah, I'm born in Dayton, Ohio, man. Spent a lot of time in Detroit. You know, left Detroit, man, and graduated. Did my last year of high school in a small town called Port St. Joe, Florida. I don't know if a lot of people know about that, but it's between.
You said Port St. where?
Port St. Joe, not Port St. Lucie, but Port St. Joe.
Port St. Lucie,
near Panama City. If anybody knows, we call it the Joe. But yeah, so I did my last year of school there, man. Went on to the military, got the military. Went back to Florida, and then in 2005, man, I hit the A running, man. So, you know, this is where I lie, man. Met Anthony Clark back in 2014, and man, we've been brothers ever since. So going hard.
That's what I wanted to get into. But if y'all coming from different backgrounds, like where did the connection come? Like, what's going on? How'd y'all meet?
Well, hey, back in 2000, I'm gonna go back. I moved here in 2005. One of the reasons why I moved here, man, I got into hooked up with one of my partners, last name Clark as well. His name is Eddie Clark, man. He was on a show, The Road to Stardom with Missy Elliott. Matter of fact, he was one of the runner-up on that show. He was managing a group called Cash Camp at the time. They were dancers for Soulja Boy. Helped Eddie manage that group, man. And long story short, they had a long successful career, man. But they had outgrown that stage, and Eddie moved on to some other stuff. But leaving Eddie Clark to Anthony Clark, man, I met Anthony. You want me to tell you about the whole thing? Man, I didn't want to air his business out, but man, I met AC, man, actually in prison, right? He was on the other side. I was on the other side. I was a CEO for Georgia Department of Correction, man, and
you the CEO.
Yeah, man.
We beefing now, man.
Yeah.
Hey, I got an extensive work history from the Army all the way to being the CEO to being an entrepreneur. But yeah, man, I met him in the chain gang, bro. In Georgia, and he was part of my detail. Actually, I left the inside and became a detail officer. Warden had put him on my squad, and it was just something about this dude, man, on my team. And he once I got my detail, he sat up in the front seat. I don't have nobody sit up in the front seat with me.
Right.
But this cat came and sat up in the front seat with me, man. It took about 3 or 4 weeks for him to feel a little comfortable about talking with me. And we start talking about different things, issues, shows. What do you like to do? Hey, man, what you in here for? All that kind of stuff. But man,
you're the cool CEO.
Yeah,
you're the cool one.
Hey, yeah, I was one of the coolest CEO, man. I treat my guys right. I want them to do things right. I want them to get out and do right. And Anthony was one of them guys that showed me, man, that when I get out, man, I'm hitting the ground running. And they kind of, sparked me to ask him, what you trying to do? And, he started talking about the, he never went into detail, but he started talking about the entertainment system. So, we both had some linking. He was in the entertainment, I was in the entertainment. And when we get out, man, we hit the ground running. Yeah. First thing that we did, we put on a show in the Phoenix, Phoenix City, Alabama, man. We did a concert downtown Phoenix, had Angie Stone, Kenny Lattimore, Calvin Richardson, Tony Terry, Terrell. So we like I said, man, we was about business when we get out. It was nothing but pure intent. So that's what I appreciate about this brother right here.
Yeah. Well, look. Well, let me ask y'all this, because that is a very unique connection. You know what I'm saying? Like, for two brothers to meet, on kind of opposite ends of the spectrum. One guy's a CEO, one guy, he's an inmate. And you guys found, y'all found out that y'all was like-minded. You know what I'm saying? Which is very unique. But before we get into, y'all career into the film industry, I am curious about exactly how that came about. Anthony, did you call D when you got out, or did y'all have a mutual friend? How did y'all run back into each other after you was released from the train gang? Because that's real unique.
Yeah. I went to the transitional center first, and he just kept tabs on me, man. And once I went to transitional center, went to work and all that kind of stuff, man, I called him right afterwards. As soon as I got out, once I was released, I called him like, look, man, I'm out. And he was like, all right. Well, he kind of already knew when I was getting out anyway, because he was a sergeant. He worked. Right. He worked, so he knew oh, okay, he getting released. So, once I got home, seeing the family, then he was the next person I called. Like, hey, man,
time to go, baby.
Time to get to work.
The last person, once he got to the transitional center, I was already contemplating retiring anyway, leaving the Georgia Department of Correction, man. And so, he was actually the last person I was waiting on, because my thing was, man, I wanted to see more brothers get out who wanted to do the right thing. Right. I wanted to make sure that they get out, man, and try to, just try to, make sure that their head was right. But Anthony was the closest person that I really dealt with out of all the inmates. And he was the last person that, I don't want to say project, but he was the last person that I wanted to ensure that, when they get out and they get to a transitional center, hey, man, here's my number. Link up with me. If you come back, I'm going to be gone. Yeah. And that's what it was. So after he hit the transitional center, I had put in my resignation paper, man, and I started working on what we was talking about. But I never thought that he was going to be a part of it. I just said, hey, man, I want to, do this thing myself. Anthony hit me up. He said, hey, man, what you working on? And I told him, hey, I'm working on a project with my wife. And that's when he began to tell me, about the stuff that he did, who he dealt with in the past, and some of the projects that he did. When I say, hey, man, let's link up and try to do some stuff together. So, about 6 months after that, man, we put on a concert, right? And it was on and popping after that.
Hey, look, I got to tell y'all and tell him, you know, on camera, man. Thank you, bro.
Nah, thank
Like
you.
for real, like
Man,
thank
much
you,
respect to y'all, man.
Man,
I tell him
thank
all the
y'all.
time. He's like, nah, you ain't got to. I'm like, shit. I got to tell you, thank you, man. So
Shoot.
y'all know it. I just tell him all the time, thank you, man. So
Mhm.
thank you, bro. I appreciate you, man.
I wanted to ask you this, like, put us as flies on the wall in y'all in y'all realm of living at the time. Like, what sparked the green light within your head to say, dang, this inmate or this CEO, he might be what I'm on? Like, what was the conversation? The first conversation made y'all think, like, man, I could do business with him.
I'm gonna tell you what it was for me. It was the consistency. Every day, he would communicate with me. He would be picking my brain and communicating with me consistently. So I was like, oh, he's serious about what he want to do. So for me, it was the consistency of him asking those questions every day and like picking my brain and watching me. I was like, okay, yeah, he's serious. So yeah.
That's what's up.
Well, check this out. I wanna fast forward a little bit because you brothers got y'all got some hell of a projects out. You know what I'm saying? Like between Antwan and Hidden Lies, man, y'all got a star-studded cast. Y'all got a movie that got I don't know if y'all know, but we in like maybe 20 or maybe 25, possibly 30 different independent film groups across the internet. And Hidden Lies is talked about a lot. You know what I'm saying? So obviously what you guys are doing is working. Like when did y'all get from a concert to I want to make a movie? Like, come on, because everybody, you know, I ain't gonna say everybody, but writing a book, you know, is a little more complex than creating a movie. You know what I'm saying? Content creating, what I do, it's more complex. You know, like a movie is like the ultimate form. You know what I'm saying? Of the entertainment realm.
Yeah.
So, like, how did you brothers get from concert to movie?
So when I met D Free, I did a movie 20 years ago. My first film was called On Our Way Up. So I had my hand in film, music, all of it. So when I met D Free, he was just on the music aspect with his wife.
Okay.
And I've always, you know, wanted to do more film. So being that I'd already done a film, then start writing books and then start writing scripts and all that kind of stuff. I met one of the actors, Trey Chaney, who's a business partner of ours as well. And he's in film. And I was like, dang, yeah, I want to do some more movies. So I went to D Free and was like, yo, man, I need you to meet this guy. And we need to sit down and we need to see about investing in this project. And we took a ride on the boat and you know,
Hey, matter of fact, that's gonna be a movie too.
yeah, on the boat. On the boat.
On the boat.
That's to answer your question. That's it. On the boat, man. Because it's like it has us sitting here now, and it has, as you just said, all of those outlets talking about what we're doing. So you know, that's where we are. That's where we are now, man.
Man, Black excellence, man. Shouts out. So we can expect to see the journey on screen, right?
Hey, man. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Got a couple of projects before that, but on the boat, we on the lookout for that. But you know, when you talk about entertainment, you know, it's so broad because movies, man, was the furthest thing from my mind. I always was, you know, interested in music. One, because my wife is a singer, a gospel singer, and so when I moved to Atlanta to go back, you know, I wanted to get my wife, you know, I wanted her to be more familiar about, you know, the stage presence and being around other, you know, musicians. So we came here to Atlanta again. Eddie Clark, you know, he was the manager for Cash Camp and also the Twerk Team. If y'all remember the Twerk Team, he managed them as well.
Oh,
so
wow.
once all that, you know, broke up, that's another story by itself. But once I got away from that, you know, me and Eddie kind of split. Nothing bad. We just went on different paths. You know, I started investing in real estate, and you know, still trying to get my wife on with the gospel music, and you know, it led us to Anthony Clark, and you know, getting out of prison, meeting, going to Phoenix City, Alabama, and man, listen, my wife opening up for Angie Stone. That was the first time she ever opened for a major artist.
That's major, man.
Yeah,
man.
So you know, after the concert, you know, a couple of years later, man, Anthony met Trey Chaney in Hobby Lobby,
Yeah, man.
His girl had the Chico Bean. Here's the deal now. His girl at the time thought that Trey was Chico Bean.
Right. Yeah.
So they thinking they meeting Chico Bean, but they meeting Trey Chaney.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, you get at least you get something. You get something.
Yeah.
But Anthony introduced me to Trey, man, on his we went out on the boat on Lake what lake was that?
Lake Spivey.
Yeah, Lake Spivey, man. We had a good time. He pitched the idea. It wasn't Hidden Lies at the time. It was Antwan. And it was another film too called Naughty Christmas Story. Mm-hmm. So
we got that. That's another film that
Naughty Christmas Story.
Naughty Christmas Story. Yeah, it came out last November. So we talked about that, man, and that was actually the first film that I invested in with Trey.
Hey, hold on, wait a minute. I need to cut y'all off real quick. You said Naughty Christmas?
Naughty
Christmas. Yeah, Naughty Christmas.
It's on Tubi as well.
It's on Tubi.
Hey, was Lilo the cinematographer for that movie?
I think so. Nevertheless, Trey talked about it, and during the pitch of the investment pitch and all that kind of stuff as well. So yeah,
because that movie sounds familiar. That's why I'm asking. If I'm mistaken, I believe we was recommended to watch. If it wasn't Naughty Christmas, it was like a Thanksgiving or something. But that movie sounds familiar. Either way, we're going to watch it.
Trey did both of them. It was the Thanksgiving. Yeah, the Thanksgiving was the first one.
Yeah.
But I didn't meet Trey until the Christmas movie. But Trey did both of them. Yeah.
Man, this world getting smaller and smaller, man.
I wanted to ask Anthony Clark, like, since you said you were already in film industry and you wanted to do movies and you knew you wanted to be in the entertainment business, what sparked you to actually want to put it together, want to cast these people, wanted to put your money there and see your vision come to life?
Are you asking a question about Hidden Lies or just
no, in general? Just in general. Just what in your mind, like what allowed you to take your creativity to the next level?
Okay, so even getting into the entertainment business, so going back, rewinding the tape, I was in the streets heavy, dealing drugs, running a criminal organization, all that kind of stuff.
Exactly.
And I never got a chance to spend a lot of time with my youngest brother. So my youngest brother is an artist, and he was the one that inspired me to get into the business because I never really spent a lot of time with him. So I was like, well, look, bro, like, what can I do with you and for you? And he was like, well, look, man, I got this tape. Me and my partners, we've been recording. So I started putting money behind my baby brother. And because I was a businessman, I started networking and just making contacts and just doing stuff in the business for him. And I like the business. I like the business aspect of it. So ultimately, when he was doing his album, I remember saying to my brother, hey, look, man, it's taking you too long to finish this album. So I'm getting ready to do this, put this documentary together, this docudrama, and we're going to have a competition. If I finish this before you, we got a problem.
Right.
So, story short, I got into it, and man, when I got on set and the camera started rolling, that vision started coming to life, man, I was like, holy, I like this, because it was about storytelling, and it was about me being able to tell the stories from where we came from. And at the time, I was doing a docudrama because I was having so many issues with my kids' moms. So I wanted to be able to document, like, and tell my story of the father to my kids, like, hey, man, your kids, man, your dad was really here for you. So that's what inspired me to get into the business 20 years ago, and before the Tyler Perry. So like I did a film way back then, and before the Tyler Perry curve, and that's kind of how it happened, man. That's where my inspiration came from. My youngest brother being in that industry, and me standing behind him and put money behind him, and then it went from there.
Okay. Well, check this out. D Free. I want to ask you. So I want to piggyback a little bit off of what he said, because he did a film, so long ago. So he was, he was familiar with, the industry a little bit, seeing his work on camera. But I actually got like a kind of like a compound question for you. Was Antwan the first film that you worked on? And if it was, how was it seeing something that you helped create on the screen for the first time?
Okay, Antwan wasn't. I funded I helped fund Antwan.
Right.
So I was never on script. They actually had Antwan film.
Mm-hmm.
They just needed. They just needed the finances to complete what they needed to do. So at the time, I was investing in Trey Chaney at the time, not just in everything that he was doing in Trey Chaney Entertainment. But he had pitched on the boat. He had pitched Hidden Lies to me. So now I had already invested in Antwan and Naughty Christmas, and so he pitched his idea. Say, hey man, we haven't even started filming not Antwan, but Hidden Lies yet. But here's what I need, man. I'm looking to get so and so. He started telling me the actors that he wanted. He let me read the script, and I was like, man, I think this is gonna be a good movie. I said, what you need? So he told me what he needed, man. He needed help with picking out the actors and everything. Going back, man, we was talking about some of the parts of Hidden Lies. One of the actors that he kept pitching to me was Clifton Powell.
Clifton Powell, yeah. See,
Clifton played Merry
Christmas, nugget from Pinky Nugget.
And I couldn't vision.
Right, we tried to change it. We wanted it. We wanted Hispanic.
Yeah, I wanted a Hispanic actor. I was like, man, I just don't think he can pull that off. I said it was Pinky. I said, now, if you bring Pinky and put him on Hidden Lies, man, I think we can do it.
Right. So, yeah. And we even said, we was like, man, we got to change the name. Once you
exactly
decision to cast Clifton, we was like, Trey, man, we got to change the name. And he was like, we're going to leave it as Hector.
Yeah. And at that point, I was like, man, I don't know. So I said, hey, man, I said, do me a favor, man. I said, let's arrange a meeting with Clifton, man. So Trey actually arranged a meeting with me and with Clifton. And Clifton got on the phone. He said, hey, man, so what's your concern? I said, well, Clifford, man, they want you to play this guy named Hector.
Yeah.
And as a Hector.
Yeah.
And, and of course, Cliff said, shit. He said, man, I'm going to kill him.
Yeah.
He did. He said, I don't care if you call me a bookie. I'm going to kill it.
He said, he don't care.
When he said that, I said, oh, man. I said,
we got you.
I said, yeah, I got you, man. I said, I want you to kill this. So, we went ahead and put out the deposit at Cliff, man. Yeah. And a week before they started filming for Hidden Lies, I saw Cliff again. I said, hey man, so what you think about the script? Cliff said, shit, I ain't reading no damn script.
Yeah.
I said, oh man, we in trouble, man.
Yeah, but you know what's interesting, but when he came on set, because I was on set more so than D3 was, but when he came on set and him and Trey went in the room and they started practicing that script, I was like, oh my God. Yeah, and when you said, you were like,
can I ask y'all something about that? Because was it the day that I was there?
Yeah, yep.
Good. Because I'm gonna be honest, when I seen him and the way that he was looking through the script, I didn't say nothing because I'm just a fly on the wall. You know what I'm saying? Right. From looking at it, I had the inclination like he finna wing it. You know what I'm saying? Like he gonna run through it. Look, okay, this is what I got to do, and kind of ad lib. And although I still felt like he did a good job, a great job, phenomenal job, I felt like he didn't read that script
in the truck. Yeah, and I saw him with the book in his hand. I said, I asked him again. I said, Ray, he said, I'm about to read as soon as I get upstairs.
Right.
I'm like, well, we're gonna be filming, man, in about 10 minutes, Cliff. But hey, man, but he killed it, man. It was the best decision that we made. Yeah. By choosing Cliff to play that role, man. He killed Hector. He did. Yeah. He did his thing.
So you think him being a veteran, that most veteran, like, they can just take a gander at the script, get in the character by, I done been him 10,000 times already. I know him already, and that's more so what's going on.
Yeah. Oh, most definitely. Yeah, because if it had been anybody else but Cliff, I'd have been like, let's get somebody. Yeah. We're gonna put Hidden Lies back another month, man.
We're gonna do something else. Yeah.
But just like he said, man, shit, I ain't got to read no script, man. I'm gonna kill it, man. And I was like, I believed it. I was like, okay,
exactly.
He Cliff. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah. Add something to that. I understood why he hadn't read the script because him and Trey were talking about the character. They were talking about it. So he knew what he had to play. You know what I mean? So it was him getting into that character. So I was like, okay, I understand now. Okay, you know who you have to play. You just ain't read the lines yet.
Exactly.
Well, let me actually, this is a question for both of y'all, right? Because, with you guys being in the position that y'all in, I believe it's safe to assume that y'all are huge critics of y'allself. Anybody who's an artist, anybody who a bodybuilder, an athlete, like they always look at themselves and say, I could have done something better. So like, to what degree do y'all look at the films that y'all, even if something as simple as investing in, like just throwing some money at it, whether y'all participated in the writing, production, whatever y'all participated in, like how, like what's the degree do y'all look at y'all film and be like, I should have done this, should have done that? You know what I'm saying? Like, how hard do y'all critique it is my question.
So when it comes to that, I would just say, because I hold him in high esteem, myself in high esteem, it's always, man, we could have prepared a little bit more, or we could have done this a little bit or that little bit. But when it comes to the film, when we saw the film, we both said, okay, man, we like it. We did still have certain little things that we felt like we would have done differently, which we are going to do different on the next upcoming film. So, you know, and it's just so exciting to see those things where we say, okay, yeah, we could do this, we could do that, we could do this. Matter of fact, we just did it today. When he walked in, he was like, oh man, okay, yeah, I see this. We're going to do this, we're going to do that. So, yeah, seriously, and it's, those things are exciting because that's what fuels that passion for me, because I'm a finisher.
Exactly.
Finish him. Yeah, I'm gonna finish him. Yeah, so that's what gives me my, you know, my being a finisher. And you know, we just work together. We work well together when it comes to that, man. So I'll let you go ahead and add what you.
And for me, you know, you got to understand, this was my first movie that I executive produced. Right. So you know, I'm watching Anthony. He you know, he done this before. I come from a music background. You know, I knew how to manage artists and you know. Put together a venue, but you know when you dealing with movies, it's totally different. So it was almost like pay to play. So I knew what I wanted to see, but I mainly took a back seat and let them do everything because I want to see how everything run. I want to see how the director was gonna, you know,
let me not to cut you off, but with you doing that though, ain't it sometimes you might sit back and you might see something you be like, I didn't see him doing it like that though. Can y'all kind of,
Jerry? Let me elaborate on what you just said. I was actually about to ask y'all that. As executive producers, at the end of the day, this movie don't get made, it don't get put out, it don't get marketed, it don't get promoted without money. You see what I'm saying? Right. So with y'all, you know, kind of like banking it and financing it, like what do you draw a line or say, look, we're not doing that bullshit.
We ain't doing that.
You just let them go.
So I understood exactly your question. So I'm gonna say this, and then I'm gonna give it back to D Free. So I personally, being that I had already done it before, and I'm ushering D Free into what was going on. That's why I wanted to make sure he got executive producer credit. We're partners, so even though he's executive producer, I made sure that I also was a producer and was on set every day to ensure
exactly
said that, because I'm a finisher. Exactly. So at the end of the day, he sat back and said, "Hey, AC, go ahead and do what you're gonna do."
Yeah.
And I allowed them to do what they do, and he would come and say, "Hey, well, what you think about this? Or what you think about that?" And we would have those discussions. But the ultimate goal for us was to ensure that we finished it, it's out, you know, and now we can start, you know, seeing those residuals and start to the film. So yes, that was a great question. And again, he answered it perfectly because like he said, well, hey, look, I'm in music. Anthony was the one that said, hey man, come on, let's do these films and let's do this. And so a lot of, I won't even really call it pressure, but I put a lot of pressure on myself because, you know, this is my, you know, we in business together. So I want to make sure that it was done and it was done appropriately. Like you said, say, well, it could have been some time we'd be like, nah, we ain't doing that right now. But it wasn't those times. That's another thing we'll get into a little later because, man, we had an 8-day or 10-day shoot.
Yeah, we had a 10-day shoot.
Really, 10 days.
We finished up, I think it was 6 days.
We finished in 6 days. So the chemistry, the alignment, everything was so good, man, that I'm like, okay, yeah, we got to go on and jump back into another film because the cast, the crew, all that kind of stuff, it was good, man. And once we saw that, we were like, yeah, thank you, God, this was a good investment.
Hey, look though, to bite off of that, because me and D'Ron was talking about this the other day. Like, you see the Adam Sandlers, and they have their own casting that they stick together because they know they can handle the business. We can get these movies, and we can get them out and churn them out. So, do you think it's easier knowing who your cameraman is and knowing you got 3 actors over here that you done been through the fire with? Do you think it's better to come with them and take your team and continue to just generate movies, or do you think you could pick a cast every single time totally different?
I think dealing with the same cast, almost like what Tyler Perry did.
Exactly.
Tyler Perry started from the beginning with the same cast. Every movie that you see, he worked well with that team that he formed, and that's what we did with Hidden Lies. Because some of the same actors that were on Hidden Lies were on Antwan. So when I saw it, I was like, man, I like how these guys work together. So that was one of the questions when he introduced me to Trey. I said, well, who on Antwan is going to be on Hidden Lies? Do you got any other actor? He said, man, I'm gonna have this guy. I'm gonna have him. I'm gonna have him. I was like, man, I like that. I like that, man. I think it'll work. Yeah. So and only concerns I had with Anthony was like, listen, I wasn't on the scene when they filmed Antwan. Right. Mm-hmm. So I don't know if there was any chaos or if there was any big print. Or how folks like to do. They go outside, smoke weed, hold up the video.
Yeah, that's right.
I was like, Anthony, I can't be there every day of the filming of Hidden Lies. So I need you to be there to make sure that it flows smoothly, man. If these guys start getting out of line or whatever, they're not paying attention or listening to the director, if they're not following what Trey want, man, then we gonna have to make some changes. But Anthony, he was like, man, this thing, man, dang, you need to come down, bro. This thing is, it's going smooth. He said, I don't think we're gonna make 10 days, man. We're gonna be out of here because these guys going from sun up to sundown.
Yes,
they was on location from 7 to 8 o'clock.
Yep.
And I pop up at 10 o'clock at night. They still filming.
We still at it. And so so to piggyback off what he said, I was on set of Antwan. So I got a chance to see full work. I got a chance to see. But but when I got on Hidden Lies set, it was even more elevated because we had came in with the finances and made things a lot more. So again, shout out to Fool with the Camera. Painfully
shouts out to him.
Man, the whole cast and crew, man. Shout out to y'all, man, because y'all did that. Yeah, we did that, man. Yeah.
I got, man, I'm gonna be honest, man. I got so many questions in my head right now. I'm trying my best to pace them. I want to rapid fire them so bad. But one of the things that I am curious about, like you guys are creative minds, you know what I'm saying? So once y'all guys put a project together and, it flows good, it goes good, things go, we all love it when a plan comes together, you know what I'm saying? But how, do y'all find yourself conflicted when it's like, okay, one done, you see it, right? And as a creative mind, I know 20 different new ideas pop into y'all head. You know what I'm saying? So how conflicted or y'all ever backed up against the wall inside of your own mind? Like, man, that looked good. I like the way that looked. We could do this, or we could make another one that looked like this, or we could make another one that looked like that. Like, do the ideas flow and y'all not able to get them out as fast?
No, I think to answer your question, I'm glad you asked that question because our synergy, our chemistry as brothers, man, it's like phenomenal. It's amazing. We oftentimes say like, dang, man, like our relationship is like one of a kind.
That's what we be on.
We may not talk like a couple of days and then he'll call me and be like, yo, AC, hey man, I want you to write this. I want you to write this kind of story. And I'll be like, dang, man, I'm already on it. We talk about it, And so we have those conversations, man, and it's I got chills going over me now because it's kind of like, dang, God, like what you doing? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just so effortless. So yeah, we don't. It's very rare we don't have those conflicting moments where it's like, nah, AC or nah. It's a healthy balance. It's a healthy flow. And I don't know what else to say, man, but just thank you, God, for it.
Definitely, bro. Hey, yeah, absolutely.
It's unexplainable for sure.
We didn't want to stop, we didn't want to interrupt the process, even during the film.
Right.
We did come up with some stuff and say,
yes, we did.
we should have did this. But realistically, you can't change a film in the middle of them filming. Man, let's change this. For one, because I saw how when Cliff came on scene, Cliff is about business, man, and he was already filming another movie. If I'm not mistaken, he was filming Fight Night. So
wow.
it was already filmed that go to Fight Night and then come back to us.
Yeah.
And then we didn't want to waste no time because we knew he had to be back on Fight Night. So let's get Cliff started first. Hold back on them guys and let's get Cliff out of here. I want to respect the time. And Cliff was cool with that. So we didn't want to waste no time. And man, it just shout out, man, to Fool again for directing that movie, man. He did an awesome job.
Yeah. I wanted to ask y'all about that, the relationship with Fool with the camera. Like, what made you just say, I'm gonna choose him as my cinematographer? Like, let me see his work, or how he do these music videos, or how he done did this. He might be all right. He might be able to shoot the movie for me.
So great question. And I hadn't seen any of the videos he had done.
Okay.
I met Fool once on set. What made us choose Fool was we really was investing in Trey.
Oh,
I got you.
So and Trey spoke highly of Fool and said, "Hey, this my man." I mean, from the jump, Trey was like, "Yo, I got this young cat, man. He my man. He this." And once he and I sat down and went over whatever details we need to go over, it was, you know what, we're gonna invest in Trey, and Fool was a part of that package.
Okay.
And because I was able to go on set and see him, felt his energy, and he was very respectful. The cast, the crew was very respectful on Antwan. I was like, okay. Then we got on Hidden Lies, and it was the same thing. And I was like, you know what? Again, thank you, God. We made a good choice. So
that's dope.
That's really kind of how it came in.
Yeah. Well, with me, man, I'm just gonna be honest. I never met Fool. I saw, like I said, I saw a couple of his videos. I saw some of his work. Anthony actually met him. I haven't met him. All I knew was Trey. So on the strength of Trey is the reason why. Because I was like, hey, I got my man.
Right.
Right. I know he got my man.
Jay is good, man. And Anthony, he wasn't never buck against. He's like, yeah, man, we could. He was trying to accommodate me in every way. Then we talked to Trey, man, to see if we could get both of them. So, long story short, man, I thought I was gonna have Jay help out, but Fool, he had his own thing. He had his own crew. He had everything together. I didn't want to throw off that energy.
Right.
So,
I got you.
So I was kind of, even though the guy I wanted, him and Trey and Fool already had that, they worked together on several projects.
Vision was already made.
Yeah, I didn't want to throw that off. So, I had promised my boy Jay to do some stuff with him, man, and I'm gonna do some stuff. He gonna see some stuff coming from him. But I was barely, I was.
Who is that? Shout him out.
Fool.
Who is it? No, the J dude.
Jay West.
Jay West. Jay West. I worked with Jay West on Jay came up sort of like how Fool did. He done my wife video. He done 2 videos for my wife. He was a complete professional, man. He done got into filming and he filming movies now. He did a movie with Al Pacino.
And he's working on something with Flavor Flav brother right now.
Right. So he's doing a lot of big things too. But like I say, I didn't want to throw off that chemistry. But I'm impressed with Fool, man. I'm glad that we stuck with him, and when I try to bring Jay in, I think Fool was at first he was like, okay, man, I might need help. Then he thought about it and said, nah, man. But I understood though.
We did. We understood. I mean, and hats off again, like this relationship with me, D Free, Fool, Trey, and everybody else. It's just been a great.
Army, man.
It's been great because when I called Fool and Trey, we was on a conference call. I was like, look, man, we gonna bring this other DP in, and he gonna be, another cameraman. Woo, woo, woo. And Fool was like, well, all right. But then we called back when we had another call. He was like, you know what? After thinking about it, man, now he could do some BTS, but let me just run it the way I need to run it this time, man. And I was like, you know what? Let's do it that way because I don't want to mess up your creative flow.
Right.
And he explained it so well for a young man. He said, listen, he said, Clark, he called me Clark. He was like, listen, Clark, man, sometimes two visions can kind of collide.
Yeah.
Mess up something. He said, and I don't want that, and I don't want to waste y'all money and mess up something when y'all, doing it at this level for me. So he said, so let me just do it the way I'm doing it with my crew. And I went back to D3 and told him. He was like, okay, we gonna do that. He was like, AC, he said, I'm gonna trust you, man, and we just gonna rock it the way he said. And
shit, it have it. Hey, you did right.
I'm gonna be honest. First thing, I want to commend y'all brothers, because coming from the world we come from, like, that's a hell of a level of trust. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially when you putting up your bread for a project to get together and you trust your partner. Hey, look, man, my people's is good. You say good, he good. All right, I'm rocking with it. I want to take my hats off to y'all, because that'd be hard for me to do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's not.
It was rough, man. But again, on the strength of Trey, because you gotta understand, when I was young, man, I grew up doing The Wire when they was filming The Wire.
Yeah.
Never thought that I was gonna meet Poop. You know what I'm saying?
Come on, man. Come on now.
Real small, bro.
I had all 5 series of The Wire, man. I've watched it maybe about 10 times. All 5 series of The Wire. That was my show. So
I ain't gonna say I was starstruck or nothing, but I mean, this is Bodie and Pooh from The Wire. You know what I'm saying? Like,
so when I met him, man, it was like, we hit it off right away. Anthony brought him to I think Funnel Cake Heaven.
Okay, yeah, I got an ice cream shop in Stockbridge, and
man, brought him to the ice cream shop, man. Yeah,
them funnel cakes, man. Go get them funnel cakes.
Man, yeah,
hitting boy. Yeah, that strawberry.
Strawberry, yes, sir. That was the initial. Him meeting him then.
I got you. Well, let me ask y'all this, like, because y'all got Hidden Lies got an all-star cast. You know what I'm saying? I don't care what nobody say, that's an all-star cast.
Yeah.
Like, is that, like, being able to put that amount of talent together, is it more relationship or business based? Because, like, let's just say I was a millionaire and I wanted Trey Chaney and Clifton Powell and JD Williams and Taylor Latham, and you know what I'm saying? Like, can anybody just put that together, or is that based on the relationships you've built with the people over an extended period of time
and the vision inside your head?
Exactly.
Oh, that's good too, and the vision inside the head. So, well, definitely relationship. However, the business still got to be handled. And so at the end of the day, and that's one of the things Cliff said about us, he said, man, y'all do good business. Even though the relationship between him and Trey is A1, we still had to handle the business. I mean, we had to still cut that check. We still had to cut that check. So at the end of the day, yes, it's built on relationships, but we still had to handle the business. So
y'all did that. Look,
money into a movie. It wasn't a hobby for us, man. The first thing we talked about was, what is the
return? ROI. We want to know what the return gonna be, and that was the reason why we made the decision to go ahead and get with Cliff, because I was like, listen, man, we gonna have to.
You gonna make it right.
We got to go, and I'm glad we did that, because he was able to deliver. He was able to deliver, So but it was about the business for us. Yes, sir. We weren't playing. We weren't going there just to say, hey,
no.
But out of the business, it built a beautiful relationship.
Yes, sir.
With amongst me, Trey, and AC and Pooh with the camera, and so. Man, this won't be the last project,
Man.
It better not be.
Cliff said, man, we're gonna make this into a series. Yeah. So
I wasn't thinking about a series.
We weren't even thinking about it.
Hey, look, hold on, Anthony Clark. Hey, D3. Me and D'Ron over here, we waiting on our roles, man.
Come on,
hopping Hidden Lies.
Hey, you know what? To shift gears a little bit. Like, did y'all actually check out the review we did on Hidden Lies? Or have y'all checked out any reviews on Hidden Lies?
I'll be honest, I haven't seen it, but you know what? My man I brought down here with me, had showed me the reviews, man, and I was surprised, bro. I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah.
You know what? I do want to ask about that because we typically ask like most of the people we interview on here, because with the good, there's always the bad. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have a bunch of people that love you, and a bunch of people that hate it. Like, two questions. Have y'all seen any negative reviews on the movie? And if so, how have y'all dealt with it?
Facts.
Man, let me just tell you, if they wrote a negative review, they watched it.
They watched it. Look, give me y'all money.
Hey, I like you, D-Free. I like you, man.
They watched it. You know, they watched the movie, so they entitled to their opinion. I respect that. It didn't hurt me at all. But they clicked it and they watched it, and that's all we wanted to do.
I swear.
And for me, I haven't seen any negative review like that. No, I haven't, because I really don't. I'm really not looking for that. I'm working on the next project. That's just being honest. So yeah.
But I'm gonna tell you what the negative review does, though. It helps you to critique the next movie. If it's a valid negative, if it's something, because I mean, everybody, like I say, they're entitled to their opinion. So if they got a negative review, I'm looking at it. I'm like, okay, what can we do to turn that negative into a positive? Maybe we can do this, because I want to see what they negative. Because listen, I'm writing their name down, because if they watch part 1, they're gonna watch part 2, and they're gonna critique that. So I want to see what their review is gonna be on part 2.
We be talking about is like, that's why we don't bash movies. Like, we want to show that we can give everybody their flowers, but at the same time show them that they might need a little work right here.
Everything we can be, and you know another thing, going off what he said, we always tell people to critique us. Like, bro, we sit on the internet critiquing movies, and like as a creative minds, we understand the amount of effort, energy, and finances it takes into putting a movie together. No matter how good or bad a movie was, man, that takes a lot of effort to put it together and put it out. You see what I'm saying? So we always tell people, man, look, critique us too. You know what I'm saying? I know my hair messed up. You know, I know my internet be messed up sometimes.
Yeah, so I noticed y'all talked about a few things. So what did y'all think about it? And I know what y'all already said and y'all thought about it, but tell me some of the things that y'all felt like could have been different.
With Hidden Lies, I'm gonna say this. It wasn't too much to critique, to be honest with you, but when he first got out that car and came home, he did his 8-year bid. He come in there. Okay, he talking to his old lady. It's good. That's cool. His mama walk up. But why ain't none of y'all coming out this kitchen and embracing him?
Come on. Let's go. So what you was talking about? What you talking about we about to do? Surprise! Hold up. What is this?
Look, baby, I know you don't like surprises, but I hope you like what I put together for you.
You're right about that. I don't like surprises, but this, what can I say? You always know how to please your man, baby. Thank you. God.
I brought my baby home in one piece.
Ma.
I'm
glad to be home.
Make sure you stay next time, okay?
Ma, you never have to worry about me leaving again. I will never leave my family.
Good, because I'm getting old and the Lord might call me home soon.
I don't want to hear about my mother not being here with me. You're going to be here, all right? Love you. Love you so much, Mom.
Baby?
Yeah.
Are you hungry? You want me to fix your plate?
Nah, I'm in these dirty clothes. I need to change, freshen up. Where's Anthony at?
He's upstairs. You want to go check up on him? I told him several times to come down and eat, but...
Okay. All right, so I'm going to get freshened up, bring Anthony back down. All right? Okay. I'll see y'all in a minute.
I like he goes straight upstairs like, y'all got to hit his hand or something. Like,
Yeah.
It just was his mama's girl. He shoot upstairs.
I got you. Yeah, I agree. I like that. What about for you, Ron?
I'm gonna tell you, man. The only thing that I can say outside of the small little things that I caught, like for example, like food with the camera was in the kitchen in the beginning, and then later on in the movie. That ain't food.
I mean, I'm glad you brought that up, because when I seen the interview, I said I got to tell them that ain't food.
Damn.
And then I looked, they do look like
they look alike. Yeah.
The one in the kitchen, he's like 21, and food is like 29, 30. Yeah, but they do. They do look alike.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
Those two different people.
Well, I'm exclude that too. But honestly, it wasn't much that I could say that'll make the movie. Because I'm gonna be honest, man, we critique a lot of movies. The fact that y'all sound was so on. Sound is a major thing when it comes to these movies. The audio, when people start talking loud, if their mic get distorted, it'll throw me off. You know, as a because we're reviewing as a consumer. You see what I'm saying? Just people who like to watch the movie. So the fact that y'all cinematography and y'all audio was on point, the only thing that I would change, I probably would have made the story a bit more complex. But that's more on the writing end. But I'm looking at that from a writer's point of view, though. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's what's up, man. I appreciate that. But I will say, like you just said, man, just having a finished product of that caliber, man, that I ain't gonna even say I don't. If God don't do nothing else, He done did it.
Yeah.
And He's still working. He's still allowing. He's still using us. But man, to be able to have a finished product of that caliber is that's huge, man.
Once you bring it to fruition and it's out there for everybody else to see, you done did what you're supposed to do.
Yes, sir.
Right. We finished the movie, man.
We finished the movie, yeah.
I never thought that I would finish a movie. You know, all I know about movies is, you know, Will Smith and they may come out like last year and say, hey, man, Bad Boys 2 coming out 2028. I'm like, dang, it take that long.
I'm just now myself getting in and celebrate myself for doing it. And people don't understand, like, once you come up with a creation of that magnitude, it's a creation that a lot of people can't sit down and focus and do. So you gotta kind of congratulate yourself and God for giving you to know how to do that.
Yes, sir. And yeah, man, that's it's interesting you said that because I feel that same way.
Yeah.
Just not being able to sit still and be like, hey, man, we
I actually did that.
Yeah,
because you always looking at that's done. What we doing next?
Yeah, we talking about what we doing next. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Speaking on what y'all got going next, like what can we expect from y'all next? What can we expect from C3 Studios, Anthony Clark, man, D Freeman? What can we look for in the future, man?
Man, so 3C Studios. Actually, you know what's funny? You asked that because
okay.
Hey, man, we got two right in front of us, man. Transition. We got some faith-based films we gonna do, man. We just got some stuff that we probably gonna work with y'all on. So, you know, we're open to new projects, man, and new investments, and we're always sitting here talking about what we're gonna do next, and at the same time, just thanking God for using us, man. Anything else you want to add?
No, that's it. But hey, Transition is gonna be a bang. You know, Anthony, he want me to be in. He actually got me written in this movie.
Yeah, man.
You got me in something.
I ain't never acted a day in my life, man.
He's getting ready to act now.
Hey, that's what I'm telling you. Hey,
man. I just want to sit back, man, and just watch, you know, the guys do their thing. But it's gonna be very interesting to see this thing come together, especially me behind the camera, you know. So I'm looking forward, and we work with Bull again on this one. And we gonna keep this pipeline going, man, with the same crew. The chemistry work. I love the chemistry, and you know, as we go, man, we're gonna grow. So I'm looking forward to that.
Let me ask you this.
Most definitely.
Do you know how hard or what the process is of converting a novel? Just say, I know you and D'Ron been talking, but just the process of creating a movie out of a novel.
Okay, so that's a good question. It's not hard. So basically converting your book or short story or novel into a script, it's not hard once you've written the script. So I've written books and scripts, so I know how to convert one from the other. And plus, we also have people on our team that do that. So yeah, man, it's not as hard as you think it is, you know. It's just a matter of converting it and then sitting down with someone who's already done it and then be able to do it.
Okay. I got you. Well, check this out, man. I know you brothers' time is valuable, man. I know you guys got a lot on the schedule, man. Before we get ready to wrap it up, first thing I want to say, I want to thank you brothers for sitting down with us. You know what I'm saying? Because to be honest, I got a Rolodex of questions in my. I can sit here with y'all all day and you know what I'm saying, and shoot questions at y'all rapid fire. You know what I'm saying? But I respect you brothers' time, man. Definitely appreciate y'all for sitting down with us. But before we get out of here, though, we ask everybody that come and sit down with us, man, that, you know, to give us the honor of allowing us to interview them. We want to ask y'all before we get out of here, is there anything y'all would like to ask us before we get ready to split, man?
Go ahead. I want to ask, what made you guys come up with the Tubi review thing? How did you guys come up with that? Also, what two-part question? How did y'all meet? Like, like how's y'all relationship? What made y'all come up with it?
You want to take this, Jerry, or you want me to articulate?
Well, I started off, but he gonna have to finish it.
Okay.
But coming up with it, kind of crazy because he been shooting ideas and podcasts at me for a minute now, like from mechanics, all just random stuff that he want me to do,
betting, all type of
sports
stuff,
betting, everything. But he know me. I'm more of a recluse. I ain't gonna say an introvert because I can talk and communicate with anybody. Like I know enough to be comfortable in most rooms. Like I can communicate, but I just couldn't see myself getting out there and to the world because I'm more standoffish. So he called me like, man, the sports betting. I'm like, nah, I can't do that. Nah, I don't see that. It's too kind of crowded. Everybody doing sports betting. Then he said something about, what did you say? You said something else, and I was like, I turned that down. Then he said Tubi. I said, man, I ain't seen nobody doing no Tubi reviews, man.
Not in a positive, man.
You might have some. Let me think on it. So he came back at me and was like, hell yeah, let's run it. I think we can do something with that. Like, ain't nobody doing Tubi reviews. And it makes sense. And then it's mostly our people. It's black culture. So I'm going to jump into a new realm. I'm going to uplift my people. And then we're going to make something happen.
Yes, sir.
And I'm going to let him take away how we met, though.
Yeah. That's basically what happened. You know what I'm saying? It was like, because honestly, what we doing on the internet is what we do on the phone anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like we'll sit and watch a movie and I call Jerry and be like, bro, you see such and such. Man, look, we do it anyway. You know what I'm saying? So I said, might as well, tap into a market that ain't really just been tapped into on a positive note.
Most definitely.
How we met, man, is kind of similar to y'all, man. We met behind the wall as well. You know what I'm saying? Like my whole life, I've been outspoken. Whether I'm in prison, whether I'm on the street, whether I'm in the gym, weight room, anywhere, like unless it's around a bunch of people I don't know and I'm trying to fill everybody out, I'm really outspoken. So me and him, man, we met each other in the federal prison, man, and we realized we were like-minded, you know what I'm saying? And once we realized we was on the same page, man, you can meet a person in that environment and then you'll come home and it ain't what you thought it was,
Exactly.
Go back to the old ways, things change. We all been there, you know what I'm saying? But me and Jerry was fortunate enough, man, to be on the same trajectory in life. We both was done with that life. We both was on a positive road, you know what I'm saying? And we brought our ideas together, man, and like I say, became like-minded. And now we sitting down with two of the biggest in the independent film world, and it can't be none but God, man, because to be able to sit down with you two brothers, man, like everybody don't get to do this. You see what I'm saying?
I'm gonna say energy is everything, man.
Yeah, man.
Well, I commend both of y'all, man, for doing what y'all do, man. Coming out of the chain gang and making things happen, bro. That's how this relationship started. You know what I'm saying?
How ironic.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And we met the same way y'all met, man. So that's
So, man, y'all keep doing what y'all do, man. I appreciate y'all, man. I look forward to work with y'all in the future too. For
Most
sure.
definitely.
Out, man.
Thank y'all for having us. Thank y'all for reviewing the movie, man. Keep doing what y'all doing, man. We appreciate y'all. Man, much success to you guys too. So
likewise,
man.
Hey, y'all, again, for all the viewers out there, man, y'all make sure y'all stay tuned to Transition coming. John, y'all go tap in and Hidden Lies, man. Watch Antwan, man. We got a plethora of books out too, man. 3C Publishing, 3C Studios. Hey, man,
hold on.
I'm gonna go ahead and put this out there, but AJ Alexander, the gentleman who discovered Usher, I just got a chance to write his book, man, and that'll be out here soon. And also, D Free, we secured the rights to his story on how he discovered Usher, man. So yeah, man, that's another project y'all look out for, man.
Man, hey, listen, you keep talking, I'm gonna keep asking now. you done opened a whole nother can of worms. But look, hold on. Did you glance over Love and Larceny?
Love and Larceny, we filming right now, man. Yeah, man. So it's just so many things that are happening, man. Again, oh man, hey, listen, man. God, listen. Again, we just thank y'all for having us and all the viewers, man. Make sure y'all tap in, man, to 3C Studios, 3C Publish, man, D Free and AC Management, man. We we just thank God for using us, and y'all keep supporting us. We appreciate all our supporters, man. Anything you want to tell them, man?
That's it, man. Appreciate y'all, man. Love y'all much.
Most
Well, look,
definitely,
man, we definitely gonna have to bring y'all back onto the platform because, like I say, y'all brothers are full of substance and we want to know about it. So, definitely appreciate you brothers for rocking with us, man. We appreciate everybody for rocking with J D Tubi Reviews, man. Make sure y'all reach out to us, like, comment, you know what I'm saying, share, like it because you love it, share it with your family and friends, and we'll see y'all in the next one, man. Thank y'all, man. Peace.
Hey, peace.
Yeah, it's been a long time coming. They ain't cuffing my cloth, they tugging it. Putting up numbers, 99 pounds, and I still kept it 100. Yeah,